Teaching profession, 21st century life and career skills. The term 21st century skills is generally used to refer to certain core competences such as collaboration, digital literacy, critical thinking, and problem solving that advocates believe schools need to teach to help students thrive in today's world. In a broader sense, however, the idea of what learning is the 21st century should look like is open to interpretation and controversy.
You may have heard of the 4 Cs for 21st century learning: the critical thinking, communication, collaboration, and creativity. But how do these skills affect your teaching practice and student learning? And how does technology play a role in building these skills? Let's take a step back. In 2002, the Partnership for 21st Century Skills, a coalition between the business community, education leaders, and policymakers, created the framework for 21st century learning. This framework presents a holistic view of 21st century teaching and learning within the context of core knowledge instruction. Students must learn the 4 Cs. These competencies are essential skills for students to thrive in work and in life. First, kay ang critical thinking na nag-refer sa mga abilidad sa mga estudyante to analyze, interpret, evaluate, make decisions, and solve problems. For example, take a high school social studies class in which students are comparing society's use of fossil fuels in the past and in the present. In addition to online research, students can use video conferencing to conduct first-hand interviews with field experts. Ang estudyante pod kay makagamit og mga graphic organizers to organize and illustrate their findings, compare and contrast their data, and share with one another. Next, kay communication, refers to share information while expressing their thoughts and opinions clearly to others. Communication also requires strong listening and evaluation skills in order to aid in collaboration, na includes ang verbal, written, multimedia messages. For example, i-consider na to ang 5th grade class in which students are learning about forest fires in the region. A local fire chief asked a question on a community about fire prevention efforts. Ang students could post short written or audio responses to the issue, thereby engaging in an online conversation. Students learn to articulate their thoughts in a clear way while gaining a sense of agency for having a voice around larger community issues. Sunod kay collaboration, nag-refers ni siya to students' ability to work with others to accomplish a goal while being flexible and sharing group responsibilities. For example, an 8th grade science class could work in a small teams with other nearby middle school students to investigate local environment issues. Ang students can assume different roles within their themes depending on their talents and interests. Some can make observations, some can record data, and others can share out the results. Last kay ang creativity includes abilities such as brainstorming, refining ideas, being responsive to ideas from others, and making ideas tangible and useful to others. For example, a 3rd grade class might work together and brainstorm innovative ways to address recycling, as students decide to create a recycling campaign in the school, including making a public service announcement video for an upcoming assembly. Sa ing-ani nga pamaagi, makita jud nato ang advantage sa technology. We can really enhance how we support the 4 Cs in our classroom. Ang mga digital tools kay dako kayo og tabang nato to think critically, communicate, collaborate, and be creative. And we know that these skills help foster higher order thinking, which is crucial for 21st century learning.
Hi everyone, I am teacher Maylin and I am going to discuss about social responsibility. Life and career skills. Leadership, using interpersonal and problem-solving skills to influence more than one person toward a goal. It means that as future educator or teacher, you must build interpersonal skills or social skills where you can create a friendly relationship towards your students. Second, having the ability to leverage strengths of others to accomplish a common goal, in which you must need to appreciate each other's strengths or capabilities in order to achieve the desired goals, where if you could lead to a friendly environment. Third, what part of your lesson plans could you have the students facilitate and lead? Example, in an application whereby the teachers are the one who facilitate the given activities, where the students are divided into groups and choose a representative to lead the group and solve the problem given by teacher. So last is they have to know who they are and recognize strengths in others. So as a teacher or future educator, you must know yourself better in order to build a healthy relationship towards others, and also to appreciate others' strengths, capabilities, or the things they are good at, in order them to boast their confidence to show it to others. Next, social responsibility. Acting responsibly with the interests of the larger community in mind. As a teacher or future educator, you are responsible for your students' needs and interests in order for them to motivate to learn. Second, how are your actions affecting the people and students around you? What consequences are you forcing on others? So, as a future teacher or educator, your action matters because how you act affects the people around you. If you don't act accordingly, your students might feel loss of interest to learn because of how you behave or act towards them.
Good morning, everyone. I am Teacher Aiko. At this juncture, I'm going to discuss the ethics and self-direction. Ethics. Professional ethics is like a guide which facilitates the teacher to provide quality education and inculcate good values among the learners. The question is, why is ethics important in teaching profession? It is because it helps the teacher to understand their profession as a teacher, and as a teacher, they must demonstrate integrity, impartiality, and ethical behavior in the classroom and in their conduct with the parents and co-worker. Teacher must model strong character traits such as perseverance, honesty, respect, lawfulness, patience, fairness, responsibility, and unity. Self-direction. It is a process in which individuals takes the initiative with or without the help of others, formulating learning goals, identifying human and material resources for learning, choosing and implementing appropriate learning.
Accountability is the obligation to explain, justify, and take responsibility for one's actions. So meaning, you are responsible for something or you are obliged to answer to someone, such as a person with more authority, like a boss. People skills. It is a patterns of behavior and behavioral interaction. So according to British Dictionary definition, that people skills is the ability to communicate effectively with the people in a friendly way, especially in business. So in general, Good people skills are defined as the ability to listen, to communicate, and to relate to others on a personal or professional level.
Adaptability. Defining future of teaching work is that involves new experiences, changes, and walang kasiguruduan o one of their daily basis. And being able to respond it effectively of the changes, it is adaptability. Adapting to varied rules and responsibilities, varied, different. Tolerating ambiguity and changing priorities. As a future teachers, we generally teach or try to teach our students in manner that sanitizes knowledge to the need to being open of more than one interpretation and deal the situations in the calm way. Share with students the difficulties you have in classroom. Problem solve with the kids. Model having the skills to not freak out when things change. Talk it through out loud. Personal productivity. Utilizing time efficiently and manage workload. Being punctual and reliable or able to be trusted.
Personal responsibility. What is responsibility? Are there different kinds? How should each of us define it? So kitang tanan na ama jud tay mga duties no, especially sa atong schoolworks or even friendships, and improving ourselves are all part of what we have to take care of. Sometimes the balance for these things may shift. As we grow up, ara na to ma-realize na mahimo tang responsable, na mausap ta kay katong mga bata pa ta, we are just figuring out how the world works. In high school, we have to balance a whole different set of responsibilities. Our grades, friendships, and commitments all take on a whole new significance. Ato na siyang tagaan og importansya kay mga dagko naman ta. We begin to discover that we have moral responsibilities to our friends and family to treat them well. Show them the same love and compassion that they need. That's the most important thing for being or having a personal responsibilities. Okay class, always remember lang na under sa 21st century life and career skills ang leadership, social responsibility, ethics, self-direction, accountability, people skills, adaptability, personal productivity, and personal responsibility.